Have you ever found yourself silently questioning why you're always overlooked, despite your efforts? Why does it seem like the more you give, the less you're appreciated? It's maddening, right? But here's the undeniable truth. Too many men are stuck in the cycle of seeking validation instead of owning their true worth. The world doesn't recognize your value because you haven't learned to command it yet. But that ends now. You're different, aren't you? You're here because you're done seeking approval, done begging for attention. It's time to command respect effortlessly, without playing games or bending to anyone's will. We're about to unlock the untapped power within you, and by the end of this video, you'll walk away with an entirely new perspective on how to make any woman see and respect your value. Forget everything you've been told about relationships, society's advice to constantly please her and put her needs first. It's failed you, hasn't it? Let's be real for a second. If you're watching this, you've probably realized that overgiving only weakens your position. It doesn't increase her love, it decreases your value in her eyes. It's tough, I know, but it's not her fault. It's time you take charge of your power and flip the script. In this video, we're diving into 10 silent actions that will instantly make any woman respect and value you in ways she's never done before. These aren't just tips. They're the principles that will shift your entire approach to relationships. Watch closely, because what you're about to learn will change everything. If you're ready to stop being invisible and start demanding the respect you deserve, comment "I'm ready" below, and let's dive in. Number 1. Master the art of attraction. Stop chasing, start commanding. Respect. Everywhere you look, men are tirelessly chasing women, flooding their inboxes, bending over backwards, trying to earn a fraction of her attention. But let me ask you this. Does that move her? Does it earn her respect? The answer is no. When you chase, you're telling her that she's the prize and you're just a contender, always striving, always proving. Stop and think about that for a moment. Chasing reduces your power. It screams that you're incomplete without her, that you need her validation to feel worthy. And trust me, women can sense that desperation from miles away. It's a major turnoff. The moment she detects insecurity, she starts to lose respect. Chasing makes you predictable, and you know what? Predictability kills attraction. You've probably heard the old line, "If I don't chase her, I'll lose her." Well, here's the harsh truth. If she's truly interested in you, chasing won't even be necessary. If she's not, no amount of effort will ever change her mind. Chasing signals one thing: you don't value yourself. So stop running after her and start pulling her toward you. How do you do that? Simple. Focus on yourself. Become the man who's magnetic in every way. Hit the gym and sculpt a body that demands attention. Walk into a room with your head high, broad shoulders, and an air of unshakable confidence. She'll feel your presence before you even speak. Work on your mind. Read, learn, challenge yourself, and expand your horizons. A man who's constantly growing is impossible to ignore. Then, focus on your purpose. A man on a mission, deeply immersed in his goals, doesn't have time to chase women, and that's precisely what makes him irresistible. When she sees you're living a full, meaningful life without her, she'll want to be part of it. The key is this: the man who stops chasing is the one she ends up chasing. Women value what they have to work for, just like you do. The less available you make yourself, the more valuable you become. When you're chasing, you're telling her she's the center of your world. When you stop, you tell her you're the kind of man she's lucky to have in hers. Which one do you think commands more respect? Now let's address the real fear, the fear of losing her. It feels intense, doesn't it? But here's the truth. It's not real. That fear is just a story you've been telling yourself. A woman doesn't leave because you stop chasing her. She leaves because she never respected you enough in the first place. The only way to truly keep her is to command her respect, and that respect is earned through strength, confidence, and self-worth. You don't get these qualities by chasing. You get them by standing tall, grounded in who you are, and letting her come to you. From now on, stop flooding her with texts. Stop reshaping your life to fit hers. Stop running every time she calls out of fear that someone else might steal her away. If she leaves, let her go. A woman who can't see your worth isn't worth your time, your silence, your distance, your ability to walk away. That's your power. And trust me, it's the most irresistible thing you have. Use it. Number 2, become unstoppable. Command respect by setting boundaries. Most men don't truly grasp the power of boundaries. They mistakenly believe that being agreeable, constantly saying yes, and doing whatever she wants will make her happy. But let's be real. Does she seem happy? She's not. Because at the core, she doesn't respect you. And here's the kicker. She can never respect a man who doesn't respect himself. Boundaries are your silent declaration of self-worth. They show the world that you know exactly who you are and what you stand for. When you set boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're commanding respect without uttering a single word. Think about this. How many times have you let her cross lines that bothered you? Maybe she showed up late and you brushed it off. Maybe she talked down to you in front of others and you stayed silent. Maybe she bailed on plans last minute and you acted like it was no big deal, but deep down it was a big deal, wasn't it? It ate away at your confidence. You felt small, disrespected, and yet you said nothing. Why? Because you were afraid. Afraid to rock the boat, afraid to lose her. But here's the reality. Every time you let her get away with that behavior, you teach her that you have no limits. You teach her that you're not a man who demands respect. And that's where everything changes. From this point forward, you're going to set boundaries. And more importantly, you're going to enforce them. If she's late, you don't let it slide. You let her know that time matters. If she cancels plans last minute, you make it clear that your time is valuable and you won't tolerate disrespect. If she belittles you, you walk away, not in anger, but with calm conviction. Women will test you. They'll push boundaries, not out of malice, but to see if you'll stand firm. When you fail the test, you lose their respect. But when you pass it, you earn it in abundance. Boundaries are not about controlling her. They're about controlling yourself. They're about knowing your worth and making sure it's honored. A man who sets clear boundaries is a man who demands respect, and women find that irresistible. Now let's talk about the fear. The fear that setting boundaries will push her away. It's real, isn't it? But let me ask you this. Would you rather have a woman who respects you or one who walks all over you? Because you can't have both. A woman who truly values you will respect your boundaries. Sure, she might push back at first. She may test your resolve to see if you really mean what you say. But when you stand your ground, she won't just respect you, she'll admire you for it. And if she leaves because you dared to demand respect, then she wasn't the right woman for you anyway. Here's the hidden truth most men miss. Women don't want a pushover. They don't crave a man who agrees with everything they say or does everything they ask. What excites them? A man who stands up for himself, challenges them and holds his ground. That's what keeps their attraction alive. That's what keeps them coming back for more. The next time she crosses a boundary, don't stay silent. Don't let it slide. Speak up. Set the tone calmly, clearly, and unapologetically. And if she doesn't respect it, walk away. Because a woman who doesn't respect your boundaries doesn't respect you. And without respect, a real relationship cannot exist. Boundaries aren't just for relationships. They shape every aspect of your life. The man who sets boundaries at work, with friends, and in his personal life is the man who commands respect wherever he goes. He attracts success, power, and admiration, and that's the kind of man you're here to become. Remember this: you don't need everyone to love you, you don't need every woman you meet to like you, but you do need to be respected, and respect starts with you. Set your boundaries, enforce them, and watch how the world and women respond. Number 3. Unlock unstoppable confidence. Master the power of silence. Most men talk way too much. They believe the key to connection is in constant chatter, explaining themselves, justifying their actions, and filling every pause with words. But here's the cold truth. Silence is far more powerful than anything you could say. Silence speaks volumes, and when it comes to women, it's your most underrated weapon. Let me ask you this: how often do you find yourself over-explaining? Maybe she asked why you didn't reply to her text right away, and you rambled on about how you were busy, your phone died, or you didn't see it. Do you think she respects that? Absolutely not. Over-explaining reeks of insecurity, and women have a sixth sense for detecting it. The more you talk, the more you reveal about your need for validation. And the more you reveal, the less there is to be intrigued by. Women crave mystery. They are naturally drawn to what they can't fully understand. The more you reveal, the more predictable you become. But when you're silent, when you leave things unsaid, you become a mystery she can't stop thinking about. She'll start to wonder, what's going on inside his head? Why doesn't he feel the need to explain himself? That curiosity makes you irresistible. She'll be hooked without you uttering a single word. Think about this. When a man enters a room, who catches more eyes? The one talking non-stop, or the one sitting quietly, observing, exuding calm confidence? The quiet man always steals the show. Silence is magnetic because it shows that you're comfortable in your own skin. You don't need to perform, impress, or justify anything. That unshakable confidence is something women can't resist. But silence isn't just about being mysterious. It's about power and control. The man who knows how to control his tongue in moments of tension is the man who commands respect. How many times have you been in a heated conversation and felt the urge to speak louder, to argue your point? Did it help, or did it escalate things? When you raise your voice in frustration, you lose respect. But when you stay silent, calm, and composed, you show her you're unmovable. Women don't respect men who lose their temper. They respect men who remain calm under pressure, who don't let emotions take control. Next time you're in a heated discussion, try this. Say nothing. Hold her gaze, listen intently, and let her words run their course. The silence will speak louder than any response ever could. In that moment, she'll realize she's dealing with a man who knows his worth, a man who doesn't need to engage in petty battles to prove his strength. Now, imagine you're on a date. She's sharing her day with you, and instead of interrupting or jumping in with your own stories, you just listen. You give her your full attention without the need to dominate the conversation. You let her talk, reveal herself, while you remain a captivating enigma. She'll notice the depth of your presence. She'll feel a kind of respect that only comes from a man who knows how to command attention without demanding it. But silence isn't just about how you engage with women, it's about how you engage with yourself. When was the last time you sat in complete silence and truly listened to your own thoughts? Most men avoid it, drowning out the stillness with noise, TV, music, endless scrolling. But silence is where you find clarity. It's where you discover your own strength. When you learn to sit in silence and be at peace with your own company, you become the man who doesn't need anyone's approval. And that's the kind of man women can't ignore. When you embrace silence, you unlock an undeniable power that attracts admiration, respect, and intrigue. Number 4. Master the storm. Exude calm in chaos. Life is unpredictable. Relationships are messy. And while most men crumble when chaos strikes, reacting impulsively and losing control, you are different. You are the man who stands firm, unshaken by the storms that swirl around you. While others falter, you exude an unwavering calm that is magnetic and powerful. This ability to remain composed amidst chaos is not only a reflection of your strength, but also one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. Women are deeply emotional beings. They feel everything with intensity, and in times of crisis, they instinctively look to their man for stability. When her world is falling apart, when she's stressed or upset, she doesn't need you to join the frenzy. She needs you to be her anchor. She needs to see you as a rock, someone who can navigate the turbulence without breaking a sweat. That calm, collected presence is what makes her feel safe, valued, and truly supported. But mastering calmness isn't just about her. It's about you. Every time you let your emotions hijack your decisions, you lose your power. You act out of impulse, you speak in anger, and you risk losing respect, both from those around you and from yourself. But the good news is, calmness is a skill that can be honed. Next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, take a moment to breathe, to ground yourself. Remember, your emotions don't dictate your actions, you do. This principle is especially powerful in conflict. How many times have you gotten into an argument with a woman, letting it spiral out of control? You raised your voice, said things in the heat of the moment, and regretted it afterward. Arguments are a litmus test. Women want to see how you handle tension. Will you be the man who loses his temper, or the one who stays unruffled, who remains the calm in the eye of the storm? The man who can stay calm and measured wins her admiration every time. His presence alone speaks volumes, and he doesn't need to raise his voice to make his point. Calmness also comes into play when facing life's challenges. Life is filled with curveballs, setbacks, failures, disappointments. How you respond to these challenges defines who you are. Women notice how you handle adversity. Do you crumble under pressure or rise with quiet determination? The man who faces trials with steady composure, who doesn't let failures define him, is the one who earns respect. He becomes the one they look to for strength. Think about it this way. When a woman envisions a future with you, she's not just looking at who you are today. She's imagining what it would be like to build a life together. Can she trust you to be her rock when things get tough? Can she rely on you to keep your cool when everything seems to be unraveling? The man who can answer yes to those questions is the one who commands her respect, admiration, and devotion. Mastering calmness isn't just a trait, it's a mindset. It's the understanding that no matter what life throws at you, you can handle it. It's knowing that you don't have to react to every challenge or every problem, that sometimes the best action is no action at all. Calmness comes from knowing your worth, from knowing that you control your life and not the chaos around you. From this moment forward, commit to being the man who remains unfazed in the face of chaos. Be the one who doesn't lose his cool, who doesn't let fleeting emotions dictate his behavior. Because the man who masters calmness isn't just in control of the moment, he's in control of his destiny. And that's the man women can't help but admire, respect, and want in their lives. Number 5, command your presence, own your space. When you walk into a room, the energy shifts. You're either an undeniable force or just another face in the crowd. There's no middle ground. Women aren't focused on your clothes or your bank account. They're tuned into your presence, the way you carry yourself. Too many men fade into the background, unsure of their place, hesitant to take up space. But not you. You're here to own the room, to step in with a presence so undeniable that everyone notices you before you even speak. Your posture, your stride, the way you hold yourself, it all speaks louder than words. Do you slouch when you walk? Do you avoid eye contact or shrink in the corners? If so, you're sending a message of self-doubt, and women can sense it instantly. Confidence isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about the subtle power of owning who you are and letting that radiate into every room you enter. Now imagine this. You stand tall, shoulders back, head held high, walking with purpose. You make eye contact, not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence. Suddenly, the entire room feels the shift. You're not just another guy in the room. You're the guy everyone notices. That's how you command attention. Women are naturally drawn to strength, but not the kind of strength you might think. It's not just about muscles or physical prowess. It's about the strength you project, the strength you carry in your body language. When you own your space, you radiate this magnetic energy, a force of nature that attracts others without even trying. Owning your space goes far beyond posture. It's a mindset, a belief that you belong wherever you are. Stop doubting your worth. Stop wondering if you deserve to be seen. You've earned your place, and if anyone questions that, it's their problem, not yours. Whether you're at a party, in a business meeting, or just walking into a room, don't hold back. Don't stand on the periphery, hoping someone will notice you. Instead, move with purpose, find your place and claim it. When you make eye contact, let it be firm, not needy, or seeking validation. Women take notice of the man who isn't trying too hard, who doesn't fidget, who isn't desperately seeking approval. They see the man who's completely at ease in his own skin, the one who doesn't need external validation because he already knows his worth. That's the kind of man who commands respect and admiration. Your space is yours, at work, at home, in any social setting. You have the right to take up that space and assert your presence. Never let anyone, especially a woman, make you feel like you don't deserve to be seen. Your value doesn't come from the approval of others. It comes from how you carry yourself and the respect you command. And that respect? It starts with owning the space you occupy, unapologetically and with full confidence. Number 6. Make purpose your priority, not the pursuit. Here's a hard truth. Women should never be the central purpose of your life. Let that resonate for a moment. Too many men think the ultimate goal is to win a woman's attention, to chase after her, to make her the focal point of their existence. But here's the kicker. The men who chase women never get them. The men who chase their passion, their purpose, their vision, that's the kind of man who attracts women. Those are the men they chase. When you put women before your purpose, you're sending a message that says, "You're more important than my dreams. You matter more than my mission." While that might sound flattering, it's actually a huge red flag. Women don't want to be your world. They want to be part of it. They want to see a man who's moving forward, who's on fire about his goals, and who doesn't just dream, but actively works to make them a reality. So ask yourself, what drives you? What sets your soul on fire and makes you wake up with a purpose every morning? If your answer is women, you're already on the wrong path. Your purpose should be far bigger than any one person. It's the thing that fills you with energy, that propels you forward, and that becomes the core of your identity. Women respect men who are deeply aligned with their purpose. They admire men who are so focused, so dedicated to their craft, that nothing, not even her, can pull them off track. This doesn't mean you ignore women or treat them as insignificant. It means you put your mission first. You've got to be so locked into your goals that you're not chasing anyone, because, ironically, when you stop chasing, women start noticing. They'll see your drive, your ambition, and the fire that burns within you. And suddenly, they'll want to be part of your journey, Prioritizing your purpose is more than just a strategy for attracting women. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself. When you're focused on your vision, you grow in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally. You become stronger, smarter, more confident and magnetic. You develop an energy that is impossible to ignore, a presence that women can't resist. So stop spending your energy chasing women who aren't aligned with your vision. Start chasing your purpose instead. Build a life so remarkable that women can't help but be drawn to it. And when they do notice, you won't need to chase them. They'll be chasing you. The right women are always attracted to the man who's already on his path, confidently walking toward his dreams. Number 7. Treat your time like it's gold. Time is your most precious asset. It's the one thing you can never buy back, never make more of, and once it's gone for good. And yet, so many men throw it away casually, offering it up to anyone who asks, to anyone who demands it. Women notice this. They see the man who's always available, always dropping everything to cater to others, and they don't respect him. Why? Because anything that's too accessible is perceived as having no value. When was the last time you chased after something that was easily within reach? Women are no different. They crave what's rare, what's valuable, and what's not always at their fingertips. If you're always there when she calls, always saying yes, always putting her needs before your own, you're sending the message that your time is worthless. And if you don't respect your time, why would she? It's time to start treating your time like the precious resource it is. Be discerning about where and how you spend it. If she cancels on you last minute, don't be quick to reschedule. If she shows up late, don't be waiting around. Let your actions speak for you. Your time is valuable. Women are drawn to men who respect themselves, and respecting yourself begins with protecting your time. This doesn't mean you're being rude or dismissive. It means you're setting boundaries, establishing standards, and showing you have a life of your own. When you make it clear that your time is a limited resource, you send a message that says, I am a man with purpose. If you want to be part of my life, you have to respect my time. Stop squandering hours on endless texting with women who aren't invested in you. Stop waiting around for her to call. Use that time to build your own life. Hit the gym, work on your passion projects, invest in friendships that lift you up. The more you build yourself, the more valuable your time becomes. And the more valuable your time is, the more women will value you. Remember this, your time is the one thing women can't take from you unless you allow it. So stop letting it slip away. Guard it fiercely, because your time is as precious as gold. And once you start protecting it, you'll find that women will start chasing you. Not because you're playing games, but because they see a man who knows his worth, a man who isn't desperate for validation, and a man who's on fire for his own purpose. Value your time. Spend it on your vision, your growth, your goals, and watch how everything in your life, including your relationships, shifts in the most powerful way. Number 8. Embrace the power of mystery. Women are magnetically drawn to the unknown, to what keeps them guessing, to what ignites their curiosity. But here's the catch. Most men make the fatal error of revealing too much, too soon. They think that if they open up completely, if they share every piece of their life, she'll feel closer to them. But that's not how attraction truly works. Attraction thrives on mystery, and the less she knows about you up front, the more she craves to discover. Think about it. When she knows everything there is to know, where's the mystery? Where's the spark? Women are wired to be fascinated by puzzles, by stories that unfold slowly, by layers that need to be peeled back over time. If you hand her all your cards immediately, you take away all the excitement. But when you're mysterious, when you keep certain things to yourself, and let her piece together the puzzle of who you are. You become someone who lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends. She'll replay your interactions, trying to decode your actions, to understand what makes you tick. That intrigue, that mystery, will keep her coming back for more. Staying mysterious isn't about playing games or being elusive just to frustrate her. It's about the power of restraint. You don't have to explain every detail of your day or share every single thought. Sometimes a confident, simple answer is far more powerful than a long-winded explanation. When you leave her with something to wonder about, you create space for her to pursue you, to invest in you, to become fascinated by you, and that's the key to making her feel the spark. But mystery doesn't just live in what you say, it's embedded in how you carry yourself. When you walk into a room, do you exude an air of confidence that says, "There's more to me than you can see"? Do you move with purpose and grace, leaving a trail of curiosity in your wake? Women take notice of the man who isn't broadcasting every thought, who doesn't feel the need to reveal it all. The man who keeps them wondering, who keeps them guessing, is the one who stands out. Here's the trick. Mystery is a balance. If you shut her out completely, you risk appearing cold or uninterested, but if you overshare, you kill the intrigue. The sweet spot is revealing just enough to keep her engaged, but leaving enough unsaid to keep her mind racing with questions. Show her your passions, your strength, but hold back your vulnerabilities until the time is right. Let her work for the full picture, and she'll appreciate you more. Mastering mystery takes practice. So the next time you're with a woman, challenge yourself to say less. When you feel the urge to fill the silence, resist. Let the quiet space speak for you. Let her wonder about you. Let her chase you. The man who stays mysterious is the one she can't resist, the one who leaves her captivated and hooked. And that, my friend, is the kind of man who leaves an unforgettable impression. Number 9. Stand unshaken in the face of criticism. Most men buckle under the weight of criticism. They let the judgment of others infiltrate their mind, letting it alter how they see themselves. Women notice. They notice the man who constantly seeks approval, who changes himself at the drop of a hat to please others, who reacts impulsively to every passing comment. And here's the truth. Women don't respect that. They respect the man who stands strong in his convictions, the man who is unshaken by criticism, who doesn't waver in the face of disapproval. Let's be real. How often do you let criticism rattle you? How often do you adjust your behavior based on what others think? Every time you do, you hand over your power, saying that their opinion matters more than your own. And women see it. They sense the man who's constantly looking for validation, who's afraid of standing alone, and nothing, absolutely nothing, kills attraction faster than insecurity. Standing unshaken doesn't mean you disregard feedback or close yourself off to growth. It means you are so grounded in who you are that no external comment can move you from your center. It's about having the strength to listen to criticism, absorb what's useful, and discard the rest, all while maintaining your integrity. When a woman sees that you are unfazed by the opinions of others, that you remain steadfast in your identity, she'll respect you for it. Because the truth is, a man who knows who he is and who isn't swayed by external forces is incredibly magnetic. Criticism is a part of life. You'll face it from your boss, your friends, even from random strangers. But it's not the criticism that matters. It's how you respond. If you lash out, if you react defensively or emotionally, you lose respect. But if you stay calm, listen objectively, and continue moving forward with unshakable confidence, you'll earn it. That's the kind of man women are drawn to. The man who doesn't let the noise affect him, who stays focused on his goals no matter what others say. And here's the kicker. When a woman criticizes you, it's often a test. She wants to see how you'll react. Will you crumble? Will you shout back in anger? Or will you stand your ground, remain calm, and show her you're not afraid to be yourself, regardless of what anyone thinks? The man who stands unshaken in the face of her criticism is the man she respects.
The one who lets her words roll off his back and remains true to himself. No excuses. He's the man she values. Remember, criticism is just an opinion. It's not a verdict on who you are. It only holds power if you allow it to. So the next time someone offers criticism, pause. Take a deep breath. Reflect. Does this feedback serve me? Is there truth here? If it's just noise, let it go. If it's valuable, embrace it, grow, and keep moving forward. Unshaken. The man who stands unshaken in the face of criticism is the one who commands respect. He's the man who draws admiration, who women look up to, who women trust. Be that man, the one who doesn't flinch, who stays true to himself and rises above the noise. Number 10, lead with action, not words. Words are easy, promises are effortless, but here's the thing. Empty talk means nothing in the real world, especially to women. They've heard it all before. The grand claims, the sweet nothings, the empty assurances that fall flat the moment action is required. Women don't give weight to your words, they pay attention to what you do. If your actions don't mirror your promises, you've already lost her respect. The man who leads with action doesn't waste time talking about what he's going to do. He just does it. He doesn't need to boast about his goals or make grand declarations about his ambitions. Instead, he shows up, he puts in the work, and he lets his results do the talking. His actions speak volumes. Women respect men who deliver. They want a man who doesn't talk about building an empire. He actually builds it. A man who doesn't just say he'll succeed, he shows it in every detail of his life, from his work ethic to his discipline to his track record. If you want her to value you, show her through your actions. Ask yourself, how often do you make promises you don't keep? How often do you say you'll do something, only for it to be forgotten or left unfinished? Every time you break a promise, every time you fail to follow through, you weaken your integrity. And integrity, it's the foundation of your character. Without it, nothing else matters. Integrity is what women respect most. They value the man who does what he says, who doesn't shy away from doing what's difficult or inconvenient, and who takes responsibility for his commitments. Leading with action isn't just about fulfilling promises, it's about living with consistency, discipline, and purpose every day. It's about showing up, whether it's easy or hard, and proving with your actions that you are a man who stands by his word. It's about creating a life that reflects your dedication, not just your desires. When a woman sees that you're dependable, that you honor your commitments, and that you don't need constant validation, she knows she can trust you. And trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Talk is cheap, and anyone can promise the world. But action? That takes grit. Actions reveal who you truly are. They show your true character, not the version you wish people to see. A man who leads with action doesn't need to beg for respect. It comes naturally because he's earned it. Every day, through his actions, he builds respect, trust, and admiration. Starting today, let your actions be the true reflection of who you are. Don't just talk about your ambitions. Pursue them. Don't make promises. Make them a reality. Don't tell her what you're capable of. Show her. The man who leads with action is the man who will captivate her, hold her respect, and win her admiration. Women don't value the man who chases approval, who crumbles under pressure, or who only talks a good game. They value the man who respects himself, who stands firm in his principles, who lives with purpose and integrity. They value the man who makes them feel safe, who challenges them, and who inspires them to be better. And that's the man you're meant to become. You've just unlocked the secret to making any woman value you, not by demanding attention, but by living out these principles through action. These aren't tricks. They're lifestyle shifts that will transform your confidence, your relationships, and your life. But knowledge alone won't get you far. You have to act. You have to integrate these principles into every single day, because the man who takes action is the one who changes his life and the lives of those around him. So if you're ready to start leveling up, hit that subscribe button, and join a community of men who are taking action every day. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let me know which principle you're applying today. Don't forget to like this video so it reaches others who need to hear it. Your support means everything.